Hello again, everybody, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of IHSAA 4A Softball on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 27 years in business. We'd also like to thank our other great participating sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, Community Health Network, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Smith's Jewelers, Green Scene, Lawn and Pest Control, Hamilton County Radio, the Hamilton County Reporter, in the Logan Street Sanctuary in Noblesville. I'm Brad Silbert, along with Perry Williams and our technical crew. Our executive producer today is Jim Wofford. On the camera for the first half of the game is Will Wofford. In the second half of the game will be Lucas Lacone. Welcome to Noblesville for this afternoon's Hoosier Crossroad Conference game between the 7-5 Hamilton Southeastern Royals and the 8-5 Noblesville Millers. Perry, this promises to be a pretty doggone good game. You look at this, and these teams are fairly evenly matched.
Absolutely, and the one thing about it, you look at the record, Southeastern 7-5, Noblesville 8-5. They both played some tremendous competition here early in the season to get themselves prepared. With the drawing just this past weekend on Sunday, that we're really looking at. These teams are getting ready for sectional time.
Yeah, they certainly are, and it's amazing. As I was preparing for this early today, as I was looking at statistics, these teams, in most cases, they're fairly evenly balanced between each other. Their stats are amazingly close.
Yeah, and the one thing about it too is you're going to see some of the really good ball players in this county and in central Indiana in this ball game, and two in particular is Hamilton Southeastern's Abby Taylor coming in here hitting .548, and on the Noblesville side, Ella White batting .533, and she got 2 home runs last night against Mount Vernon, which is a team that Noblesville beat up on pretty good last night, 11-4. And the one thing about it, Mount Vernon came in that game 11-1.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit
very
about
highly ranked, too.
Oh, yeah. Talk a little bit about Abby Taylor, because you've seen her play. And
Abby is the real deal, playing out there in left field for Dave Cook, and she's just puts her whole heart and soul into everything. This is her senior year out there in the outfield, and she just goes out there and plays her heart out, and I think that's all that's all you can ask for it. With a batting average of .548, she's one of the tops not only in the conference but also in the state, and she just is a good team leader, good role model for these kids.
Yeah, and the one thing about it is the Southeastern Royals as a team is batting .386.
Yeah.
So and talking a little bit about the Millers, they're batting as a team .346. Still a couple guys that played really, really strong baseball last year down the stretch and took them to the semi-state. Still got some little bit of improvement to get those bats going. But Ella White, the sophomore, we watched her as a freshman. She was amazing. As a sophomore, she's been amazing, and she hits .533 for the Millers, and so far this year she has 9 home runs. And keep that in mind, in perspective here a little bit, Brad. She had 10 last season.
Yeah,
okay?
And we're about halfway through the season.
And we're halfway through,
yeah.
So she's on pace to hit several home runs before this season's over.
Well, talk about home runs a little bit, Perry. We were just looking at the weather here a moment ago, and we've got a pretty good, strong wind coming straight in from right field. So left-handed batters are going to have a hard time getting the ball out of here, but a right-handed batter going out to right or left field, they may be able to get it out of here. One of the things you were talking about a little bit earlier was the conference and the type of competition that these teams play, and with the exception of the Fishers Tigers, everybody has got 5 or more losses in the conference so far this season. The Tigers are on top with 4-0 in the conference, 9-3 overall. Brownsburg is also 4-0, but at 8-5. Franklin Central, 3-1 and 11-6 overall. Then you have the Royals coming in at 7-5. and the Millers at 8-5. But this is such a competitive conference, and you talk to any of these coaches in the Hoosier Crossroad Conference, and they love it that way. They want to have the good competition because just exactly what you were alluding to a few minutes ago, that brings out the best of them when it comes tournament time.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit about, because I love these matchups of who's played who and how they stack up. And it shows you how unpredictable that it goes this season. Southeastern played Carmel early in March, okay, in mid-March, and they won 14-1.
Yeah.
1 month later, Noblesville played Carmel and put it to them. I mean, Carmel took it to them. 13,
yeah, that was a game we did over there at Carmel.
13-4, okay. Mount Vernon, each team, well, they haven't played each team. But New Pal, one of the top teams in the state of Indiana year after year. I mean, they're no stranger to the top teams in the state. Southeastern played them on 4-11 and lost 12-2. The Millers went there on 4-22 and beat New Palestine at home.
Yeah,
which they had something like a 30 game winning streak at home. So, you know, it's just, you never know.
It's just it's just amazing when you put these matchups together and you know, see what had happened. But you know, as I was saying, you know, you just look at some of the stats here. Both of these teams batting right in the mid 380s, and you know, you take that on top for a team, and that's excellent. For Noblesville, their top 5 batters are all batting over 400. For Hamilton Southeastern, Lillian Liners, their 5th top batter, she's batting 381. And
then you take Wincheck, the 6th batter is batting 475.
Yeah, and it's just you know, it's just amazing, you know, how these two teams are doing this year. Last year, just about a year 364 days ago, these two teams met down at Hamilton Southeastern, and it ended up being an HSE win, 9-8 over Noblesville, and the Royals were highly favored going into the sectional last year, and they lost in the first round of the sectional. And, of course, we followed the sectional last year, and we all saw what happened to the Millers. They won the sectional, the regional, and got within one game of going to state last year.
Absolutely.
You know, on the back of the great pitching by Maddie Taylor and just a great effort by that team.
Absolutely. And, you know, we got a great ball game coming up here tonight, but, you know, it's like you said here, you know, we're here into April, okay, and we're going to be playing sectional here May 21st. So we're still, you know, but there's a lot of games still.
3.5 weeks away, and we're a little over halfway through the season now. And but you know, both of these teams have obviously had a lot of changes. You know, we were slated to do several more games out here. And because of weather, we just, you know, plain and simple couldn't do them, and you know, in scheduling. But you hope now that tomorrow is May 1st that the worst of the spring weather is over, and maybe we will get some more games in. But speaking of games, you and I, I won't be with you. You're off somewhere Friday, but we'll be over at Noblesville at Dunker Field for Hamilton Southeastern and Noblesville baseball. So,
and that ought to be a good one too.
Yeah,
I mean,
very competitive in that. We're just getting ready here to get going, and we're going to pause just a moment and stand, and we'll listen to our national anthem.
United States of America, join in our national anthem.
Perry, you got to say, it's turned out to be a very nice afternoon for softball today. 64 degrees, humidity 79%. Winds are listed as out of the east-southeast at about 10 or 11 miles per hour. But in looking at those flags, I think that wind might be just a little bit stronger. Perry, let's take a look at the starters for the Hamilton Southeastern Royals, the visitors. They'll be batting first here, and let's take a look at their batting order.
First batter for the Royals will be Abby Taylor. Gagliar is the second batter, right fielder. Reger is the shortstop. Lang will be the designated player. Leininger is the center fielder. Wincheck is playing second base.
Capuano
is behind the plate. Ratliff is playing third base. Emma Chase is at short. And today on the mound is Olivia Butcher.
Now, defensively for the Millers in the outfield, left to right, it'll be Abby Brown in left, Lauren DeRolf in center, Riley Moore in right. In the infield, it'll be Kylie Lowery at third, Ella White at short, Chloe Torgesser at second, Emily Minette at first. In the battery today for Deke Bullard, it'll be Julia Firiak behind the plate, and Maddie Taylor as she takes the mound once again for the Millers here against the Royals.
A little bit of different lineup today with Dick Bullard's team. Ella White, she has played shortstop before, but she'll be playing shortstop. She's been playing at third. Kylie Lowery is at third base today, and Chloe Trigresser has moved over to second. Noblesville had to do that because of Stuckey had another.
Maya Stuckey.
Yeah, Maya Stuckey had another commitment here today. So here we go.
Leading off the top of the first for the Royals, number 11.
Abby Taylor, the first batter for the Royals. She's batting .548, Brad, and she's the left fielder.
Leading batter, leading as far as average for the Royals. First pitch, she swings that one. That's going to go right over the head of Abby Brown into the corner. Abby Taylor stops at second. Good thing she stopped. A good throw in there.
Yeah, it was.
I'm not sure if they're going to score that a hit or an error. What do you think?
I think it's an error, but
I think
that was a caught ball.
I think Brown had a chance at it. It went off of her glove, so I guess we'll have to officially call that an E7.
Well, the one good thing is I have the Noblesville Game Changer, so I guess I haven't got it yet, but I will have.
So Abby Taylor is at second with no outs. Aguilar steps in, tries to bunt, fouls it off. 0-1 on Ava Aguilar, the right fielder.
Abby Taylor hustles back from third base to second where she started from.
Oh, they called that a ball. I didn't think she got back in time. Well, that evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. I thought she had had a called strike on her there in that first pitch, but I stand corrected. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ava Aguilar. The 1-1 pitch, that one is fouled straight back on the bunt attempt. Aguilar batting .413. We're going to see a lot of high batting averages today, aren't we?
Absolutely.
The 1-2 pitch, Taylor steps off the rubber. Gets the sign from Julia Firiak. Walks around the circle again. I think she's just kind of trying to get in the right frame of mind, Perry. There's a ground ball to second, scooped up by Tergesser over to Minette for the out. But on the play, Abby Taylor advances to third. But there is 1 out in the inning, and that'll bring up shortstop Jordan Reagan.
But it definitely got Taylor down to third base, so there's a runner in scoring position here with 1 out. So a fly ball to the outfield is going to score a run.
Yeah, Jordan Rager is a good batter also, I believe. What have you got for her batting average there, Perry?
She is batting, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
She's batting .372.
Right-handed batter. Gets the first pitch from the lefty Maddie Taylor.
In their last game,
Ball one.
In the last game against Bloomington North, which they won big, Rager was 1 for 4.
That one's a little bit high. 2 balls, no strikes on shortstop Jordan Rager.
This happens a lot with really good pitchers. You know, sometimes they get started a little rusty. And
there's a ground ball through
nice
the middle.
base hit.
Jordan Rager collects the first hit of the day for the Royals. Gets a run batted in. As Abby Taylor scores the first run of the game for the Royals. 1-0 lead early here from Noblesville. Cleanup hitter, designated player Nicole Lang steps in.
Next up for the Royals, number 35, Nicole Lang.
Runner on first, 1 out. Top of the first. First pitch to Lang. She fouls that right back toward the dugout. She's in the hole at 0-1. Outfielders playing moderately deep for Lang. Taylor gets the sign. The 0-1 pitch. Held up in time. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Lang's batting .400 for the year, Brad.
The 1-1 pitch. That one missed inside. 2 balls and a strike.
She had a big game against Bloomington North. She was 3 for 4 and got 4 RBIs. So her last outing, she had a big game.
2 balls and a strike on Nicole Lang. She fouls that one back right toward the JV field. Almost into the JV dugout. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Center fielder Lillian Liner is on deck. Here comes a 2-2 pitch from Taylor. That one's outside, full count.
Big pitch here for Taylor.
Jordan Rager on first with a base hit and an RBI. The full count pitch to Lang. That one's fouled back. That one's going to go out into the field. Whoa. That one landed about a foot in front of a spectator over there on the JV field, Perry. Still a full count on Nicole Lang. Jordan Rager at first. The pitch from Taylor. That one's a little bit low. So the Royals have got 2 runners on base here. Already got 1 run in. That brings up the 5 slot, the center fielder Lillian Liner.
For Hamilton Southeastern, number 22, Lillian Liner.
First pitch to Liner is in there. There's a drive into center field. That one falls in there. The bases will be loaded with 1 out. I think there was some doubt on the part of the Royals runners whether Lauren DeRolf was going to get to that, Perry, but she did not get to it on the fly and chose not to take a chance on trying to make the diving catch.
Yeah, because that would have been a disaster if she missed
that would have gone all the way to the wall and scored at least 2 runs. So the bases are loaded for the Royals, and here's Kaylin Winsek.
Winsek is batting .475 on the season.
Batting in the number 6 slot in Dave Cook's batting order. The wind and the pitch from Taylor. A little bit low. 2 balls, no strikes.
In their last outing, Winsek was 3 for 3 and scored 3 runs. So, you know, They got 16 hits their last outing.
There's a ground ball over to third, to home for one. And Jordan Rager is retired on the force for the second out. Winsick will reach on the fielder's choice. So the Royals have still got the bases loaded, only 2 outs now. And the catcher, Olivia Capuano, is up.
Brad, that first at bat was an error.
I kind of thought that was going to be.
I did too, but
yeah.
I wanted to make sure I checked it.
And the scoreboard here does not track errors, so.
No, it costs extra.
Yeah. So we're glad you got a game changer there, Perry.
Yeah.
That one's low, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike on Capuano.
Capuano is batting .308 on the season. She's the catcher.
Bases loaded for the Royals, 2 outs. 1 run in so far here in the top of the first.
That was a pretty good fastball there. That thing
Yes,
popped.
it was. That was an excellent fastball. Could hear the pop in Furiak's glove there. Swing and a miss.
Man, that's a big out right there. Bases loaded.
That's the 3rd out of the inning. So in the inning for the Royals, there's 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, 3 left on the bases. Middle of the first, 1-0 in favor of the Royals.
Celebrating over 27 years, Logan Street Signs and Banners specialize in the last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200 or check them out on their website, loganstreetsigns.com.
Well, Perry, the Millers really dodged a bullet there in that first inning. 1 out, the bases loaded. They did manage to get a force at home, and that's something for them that it could have been a lot worse for the Millers there in the first half of the first inning.
You are so right, Brad. Let's talk a little about Boucher coming in here. She's pitched 31.1 innings. She's given up 42 hits, 22 runs, 6 base on balls, and 13 strikeouts with an ERA of 3.35. Brad, one thing you'll notice from the stats here with Southeastern, they really don't walk many people, and they really don't strike out very many people. So there's a good defense out there that's behind their pitcher, which is, both the pitchers are pretty equal in their
Olivia
innings
Busher
pitched.
and Chelsea Ransom have both gotten a chance to pitch a little bit more because in a game several weeks ago against Zionsville, Jayla Gilliam, who has been one of the mainstays as far as pitching for the Royals, she came out of the game with some pain in her arm, and she finally was cleared to start throwing again, and she threw a couple innings down in Bloomington, but she's still quite limited. So Ransom and Busher have been picking up the slack while Gilliam has been on the bench recovering.
Well, we both know David Cook, and he's a wily veteran coach, so we both know that he's not going to overuse Gilliam.
Yeah, he's
this time
careful.
of year.
Mm-hmm. Lauren DeRolf steps in. She's playing center field for Deke Bullard tonight. First pitch in there for strike 1.
DeRolf's batting 133. She's a freshman.
Yeah, she's listed as on the JV team.
Yeah, yes. But remember, I think the last game we did out here, that was her first start of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll take her a little bit to get used to this varsity hitting, and especially the competition we play.
The 1-1 pitch. That one hits the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the outfield freshman, Lauren DeRolf, playing center field today. The 1-2 pitch. Tried to slap at it, went foul over toward the Miller dugout. Busher wears the mask as we are seeing more and more of the players on the infield wearing the mask in addition to the pitcher now, Perry. That one misses a little bit outside. Evens count up 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs. We're in the bottom of the first. First batter for the Millers. Another one a little bit outside from Busher.
It's definitely tough for us to make a call from where we are down here, but
The full count pitch. Swung, fouled straight back. I think she stepped on the plate and stepped out of the batter's box.
Really,
that swung at happens. That, so that's why she's out.
Yeah, that happens a lot when you're a slap hitter like that. You know.
I guess you can't. You can't really call that a strikeout.
You can see it from the catcher cam that Jim says so. The fans got a heck of a lot better view than we did on that one.
Next up for the Millers, number 14, Chloe Trageser.
Chloe Trageser steps in, one of the leading batters for the Millers, batting .457. Playing second base where she's been all season.
No, she's been playing third. Stuckey's been playing second.
You're right. I'm sorry. I stand corrected.
I mean, shortstop. I apologize. I really had that messed up. Shortstop.
We'll figure out what we're talking about one of these days, won't
probably
we?
the 6th inning.
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike now on the second baseman, Trageser. Here's Busher's pitch. That one's a little bit high.
Chloe last night was 3 for 5 and scored 3 runs.
There's a foul ball coming over toward us, over our heads. Jim brought the tent out today. I know why he brought that tent out, Perry. He didn't want you to get hit by a foul ball.
That's probably true down here.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Chloe Trageser at the plate. The pitch from Busher. There's one driven into right field, and that one is dropped by Ava Aguilar. And we're going to have the second error of the game.
So each team has 1 error, one by a left fielder and one by a right fielder.
Aguilar tried to make a basket catch on that, Perry, and I thought when she had it lined up, I thought she was going to make the catch, but it just kind of bounced off the heel of her glove and right in front of her.
And also they're seeing something strange tonight in right field. They are seeing sun.
Yes, they are. I don't know if that may have been a factor in that or not.
Well, they certainly...
But Aguilar has got very dark sunglasses on. That brings up Ella White.
And she's the Millers' leading hitter. She's a sophomore. She's hitting .533. And like I said earlier, she was 4 for 5 last night with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. So.
She hits it anytime, anywhere, any place.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter. I know the first game we did of hers when she hit a home run, we were talking before, nobody's going to hit it out with this wind.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And about that, I think the next inning, wasn't it, Brad?
Yep,
she
it
put
was.
One over the fence.
Yeah, she's strong.
Yeah, she is.
Because that was a night when the wind was blowing straight in from the north. That one's high. 2 balls and a strike now on shortstop Ella White. Big number 5 on her black uniform. Millers in their black and white uniforms. Royals in their white and blue uniforms. 2 balls and a strike on White. The pitch. A little bit inside, makes it 3-1.
She's being very careful on where she places the ball.
Yes, she is. She knows what she's up against. When you're up against a .500 hitter, the 3-1 pitch, foul
pitch
tip.
right
Yep.
there.
He just barely got a little piece of that, Perry.
Yeah. That was a good pitch. It was up high. And
rising fastball.
Yeah.
She just got under it. Full count on Ella White. Swings through it.
That's a big shot.
Got another Another fastball for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Emily Minette. 1 on, 2 outs. Chloe Tergesser at first, courtesy of a Royals error in right field.
Minus batting .421 on the season.
First pitch to Minette. A little bit outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Royals with Abby Taylor, Lillian Liner, and Ava Aguilar left to right in the outfield. There's a foul coming back over the dugout. Infield got Libby Ratliff at third, Jordan Rager at short, Kaylin Winsick at second, Emma Chase at first, Olivia Busher on the mound, Olivia Capuano behind the plate. Got 2 Olivias in the battery.
Yeah.
That's a popular name.
Yeah, it is now. Or in this generation here.
1 ball, 1 strike, high and outside. Good stop there by Capuano. A little more difficult here in softball to advance on a pass ball because the fence is so much closer than it is in baseball. 2 ball, 1 strike pitch from Busher. That's a strike, evens it up 2-2. 2 outs. 1 on. We're in the bottom of the first. Royals ahead 1-0. Millers would like to get that run back that they gave them in the first. Emily Minott steps back in. Olivia Busher is ready to deliver. That one's outside. Seems like when Busher misses the plate, Perry, she misses it by a lot.
Yeah.
She's had several high and outside pitches.
That's why she stepped off the back of the mound there and was thinking about it a little bit here before she gets stepped back on the rubber.
Full count pitch from Busher. That one's fouled back, coming back right over by us again.
I think we sit on the wrong side of the field here, bro.
Yeah.
I think Jim's trying to tell us something.
He's trying to get us beamed, I think. He's telling us he's got to be close to the truck. Full count pitch once again from Busher. That one's high. And Minette draws a walk. So the Millers have got 2 runners on, 2 outs, and bring up catcher Julia Firiak. Firiak's another one. I think she's batting over 400 also, isn't she, Perry?
She's batting .409.
Runners on first and second, 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Royals ahead 1-0. Millers threatening.
She has 2 home runs on the season.
Another one high and outside.
She's another one that can really rip that ball.
Mm-hmm. The 1-0 pitch. That one's in there. Evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. The sun was out very brightly, but I think it's going to be behind clouds here shortly, Perry. 1-1 pitch.
The sun
that one misses. Ball 2.
The sun definitely makes a difference in the temperature this time of year too.
Oh yeah. That's why you and I carry so many different jackets in our vehicles. The 2-1 pitch. Hot shot right through the middle. That's going to score at least 1. Throw home, not in time, cut off at the pitcher's mound.
Tregesser scored.
So Chloe Tregesser scores to tie up the game. First hit of the game for the Millers.
So we got us a new ball game.
Yeah, and the Millers have got runners on first and second now. I'm a little surprised Minot didn't end up at third base, but
they got the ball in pretty quick, though.
They did, but a good hit right to center field there for Firiak. Riley Moore steps in.
Riley Moore is batting .415. She's probably one of the big surprises. She's up off the JV team last year, and she stepped in that right field position and has played it very, very admirably. And and now she's hitting over 400. So that's a great surprise for her. But she's worked very hard at it on the off season and during the summer.
First pitch to Moore is outside, high and outside again.
It didn't hurt her any that she had a little growth spurt, too. So.
Sun is just about ready to go behind those clouds again, Perry. I wish the wind had died down then.
Yeah.
We're tied at 1 here in the bottom of the first. Miller's looking to put another run or two on the board. Big swing and a miss there by Moore to even up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Royals with 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error for the Millers. Millers, 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 Royal error so far. There's a foul back. That puts Moore in the hole at 1 and 2.
Kind of what we talked about, wasn't it? This game's going to be pretty tight here.
Yes, it is.
At least we knew what we were talking about after the first inning here, right, Brad?
The Royals sent 7 batters to the plate at the top of the inning. This is the 6th batter up for the Millers. 1-2 pitch. Tried to get her to nibble on an off speed, but she didn't go. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch fouled off again. Hits the roof of the JV field dugout.
Jim shouldn't have set us over here by the concession stand with the aroma of popcorn and hot dogs. You know, Brad?
You know, you would think Lucas would be going over there and bringing some of that to us.
Oh, that was good, Jim.
2-2 pitch. Popped up. Second baseman Winsick is under it. Gets it for the 3rd out of the inning. So in the inning for the Millers, 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on the bases. We're through 1. We're tied 1-1. We'll be back.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for Logan Street signs and banners.
You found us.
But this ain't Logan Street. This is South 10th.
We moved 22 years ago.
Well, how come you didn't change the name?
That would have just confused people.
Well, actually, South 10th is Allisonville, if you're from Fishers.
Well, before that it was 37A, and before that it was State Road 37.
So you're telling me that Logan Street signs and banners isn't on Logan Street anymore? It's actually on South 10th. That's Allisonville and Fishers. And before that it was 37A and 37?
So you got that straight?
Logan Street signs and banners conveniently not located on Logan Street, but rather South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Exactly.
Welcome back to Noblesville High School. I'm Brad Silbert along with Perry Williams and our ace Hamilton County Television crew. Will Wofford, Lucas Lacan on the cameras today. Jim Wofford. Nice to see Jim out here. He's usually sitting up in the penthouse studios there on South 10th Street, but he stepped out to join us for a game. Nice to see him here. Libby Ratliff is going to lead off for the Royals here in the top of the second. We're all tied up 1-1 here at Noblesville.
Brad, Libby comes in for the season hitting .258.
The 0-1 pitch, that's in there. Correction, the scoreboard, yeah, it's 2-0 now. The scoreboard was okay, there we've got her corrected. 2 balls, no strikes on Libby Ratliff. Let's see if we have a pitcher's inning or a hitter's inning this time, Perry. There's a swing and a foul back into the screen for Ratliff.
Brad, Maddie Taylor's pitched 56.1 innings. She's given up 59 hits, 35 runs, 28 base on balls, but she struck out 50.
I can see why.
Yeah, she's good. She's a good pitcher.
A little bit low. Makes it 3-1 on the leadoff batter, Libby Ratliff.
She's a verbal commit to Florida State, so she is the real deal.
At least she'll be playing in the warmth all the time.
Yeah.
Start the season in February in the 70s down there.
Yeah.
Ratliff takes ball 4, so the Royals have got the leadoff runner on, courtesy of walk. That's kind of uncharacteristic of Maddie Taylor.
No,
She's already given up 2 walks in this game.
Yeah, but she's given up 28 on the season so far. It's uncharacteristic because she's walked so many people this year. But like I said, she has 50 strikeouts too. So
Emma Chase is at first base tonight. She takes the first pitch for a called strike, 0-1. There's a ground ball beyond the outreach of the first baseman and the second baseman. And the Royals are in business here with runners at first and second and no outs. We'll go back to the top of the order. Abby Taylor, the left fielder, steps in. She reached on an error by left fielder Abby Brown to lead off the game and eventually scored the Royals' one and only run there in the first inning. Little conference at the mound going on here right now. I think they're probably just talking strategy, where to go with what play. What do you think, Perry?
Oh, absolutely. Because there's no outs here, and you got runners on first and second, and I'm sure there's a part of just encouragement a little bit to Maddie. And
Deke Bullard is having a conference with the umpires. I don't have any idea what that would be about.
I do not either.
Unless he's thinking maybe there was some interference on the part of Libby Ratliff between first and second base, or maybe thinking she might have left a little bit early, but we are at Noblesville for Royals and Millers softball.
Hoosier Crossroad action. Brad, I didn't think the weather would be this good when we got up this morning.
No, I didn't. When I left for work this morning, I put a winter jacket on. Of course, I've got a heavier jacket on since we're standing outside in the wind, but it's unzipped today at least.
Yeah.
The official's still having some words with Deke Bullard over there. I think we're just about ready to go back to play here. Abby Taylor will step back in.
Yeah, we almost forgot who was batting. It took so long in between that pitch.
Taylor reached on an error, so she does not have an official at bat this evening. First pitch to her. There's a bunt. Nice bunt.
Nice bunt.
Over to first. And the sacrifice works. But the Royals have 2 runners in scoring position now with Ava Aguilar stepping in. She grounded out to second, her first at bat. First pitch is a little bit low. I would say our home plate umpire's got a fairly
tight. It's tight.
Tight strike zone tonight. Ooh, swing and a miss by Aguilar. Evens the count up 1-1.
That was a good rising fastball, man.
Yeah.
That thing came fast and it was going up and up.
Probably would have been called a ball, but she just barely got under it. See if Taylor gives her the same thing again.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Maybe took a little speed off.
Yeah,
of it,
just a little bit of a let up on there. Still a fastball though. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ava Aguilar. Right fielder for Dave Cook's squad. There's a ground ball. That is through into left field. 1 run will score. Runner on second. Emma Chase ends up on third, but Libby Ratliff picks up the run for the Royals, and Ava Aguilar has picked up the second hit of the inning for the Royals. And she also gets 1 RBI. And that'll bring up Jordan Rager, who had a base hit her first time up. Rager managed to get as far as third and was forced at home for the second out of the first inning. First pitch to Rager is called strike 1 on the outside corner. Runners on first and third. Aguilar at first. Chase at third. Rager at the plate. Held up in time, evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Score 2-1 here. We're in the top of the second inning. The Southeastern Royals are leading.
That one's high, almost got beyond Furiak, but as I said earlier, it's difficult to score on a pass ball.
Yeah, in softball, because the fences are usually pretty tight.
Unless it goes up toward the dugout or something. Yeah. If it goes straight back, it's difficult to score. 2-1 on Rager. Fouled straight back. She just got under that one. Taylor's rising fastball is a very effective pitch for her so far tonight, Perry.
Yes, it has been so far.
2 balls, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the second. 1 out. Catcher Furiak calls timeout. I think she's just wanting to go out and make sure that between her and Maddie Taylor, they've got the signs right and know what's going on. They could be changing signals, too, with runners on second and third. The runners could be also trying to tip off the batter as to where Furiak is setting up.
Bailey Ryan just went back into the dugout. She's the other Noblesville pitcher that went down to stay loose down there.
The 2-2 pitch. That one's high.
Full count.
She tried that rising fastball, but just I think she let go of it just a little bit too quickly. And almost sailed over the head of Rager. Rager takes the pitch for ball 4, so the bases are loaded for the Royals. Second walk of the inning. 2 walks, 2 hits so far in this inning, 1 sacrifice. That'll bring up Nicole Lang. She walked her first time up in the first inning. Royals got one of the runs back, looking to put more on the board here. Ahead 2-1 here in the top of the second. Strike called. Both of these pitchers have been going deep in the count so far today, Perry.
Yeah, absolutely.
There have been a couple first pitch outs, but not too many. That one's a little bit low and inside. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. No place to put Nicole Lang. Maddie Taylor has got a pitch to her. Rising fastball rose just a little bit too much again. That makes it, is it 2-1 or 3-1 now? Scoreboard says 2-1. There's a little nubber just over the infield grass. They're going to be play at home, no play. Back to second. Runners are safe. So on the play, Emma Chase scores. Ava Aguilar scores. Jordan Rager is at second. It's second, and Nicole Lang is at first with a base hit.
Well, the Millers are in the second inning here, and Maddie Taylor's up to 50 pitches. So, of
course, softball. I mean, I know they do pitch counts in softball, but it's not nearly as strenuous as baseball.
Not at all. But I mean, there is a fatigue factor.
Yeah. And there's a mental factor to this, too.
Yeah.
I mean, Maddie Taylor is not used to a game like this.
Pitches, yeah.
Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike on the center fielder Lillian Liner. She had a base hit her first time up. That one's a little bit outside, 2 balls and a strike. Very unlike Maddie Taylor today, Perry. She's having trouble hitting the zone.
Yes, she is. She's struggling a little bit hitting those
Still
spots.
nobody warming up down in the Miller bullpen, though. Tried an off-speed pitch. That one's high. 3 balls and a strike. Taylor in danger of loading the bases here again in the second inning, Perry. That one's high, and the bases are loaded once again. 3 hits and 3 walks so far in this this inning. The only out was on the sacrifice by Abby Taylor. That'll bring up the 8th batter of the inning, Kalen Winsek, and Coach Bullard is out there talking to his team. And Perry, what's he probably talking about with him out there?
Well, I think he's got to tell them right now they need to settle down a little bit, and he's probably telling them where they should bring the ball. Of course, it on that left side, it's to bring it home all the way and get that force out and stop that run. It's all about stopping a run. So I'm sure the infield's going to be in a little bit. At least the corners are.
Mm-hmm.
And that looks like it's the way we.
Well, the other thing is for these two pitchers, they're both pitching against very, very good hitting lineups, and they're trying to keep the ball from going over the heart of the plate because they know if they get a belt-high fastball, that ball's going to get whacked. There's another foul ball coming right back toward us. Out of play. So Taylor's ahead in the count for a change, 0-1.
Yeah.
Four to 1 here, top of the second. Royals ahead, threatening to put more on the board. Big swing and a miss there by Winsek. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning.
0-2.
Royals left 3 on in the first inning. They got 3 on right now. Winsek, check swing foul. I think had she not gotten a piece of that, had she held up on that in time, I think she would have been rung out on that one. That was a good pitch.
That was a good pitch.
The 0-2 pitch from Maddie Taylor. Strike 3 called. That was a beautiful pitch. That just froze her.
Yeah, that was a good breaking pitch right there. 2 outs now, bases loaded here.
Olivia Capuano comes up. 9th batter here in the second inning for the Royals. Royals sent 7 up in the first. They got 9 so far here in the second. There's a high fly ball. DeWolf is under it, and she retires the sides. 3 outs. So in the inning for the Royals, 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 3 left on the bases. Perry, let's talk about Noblesville Trophies.
Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provide you that same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them at 317-773-7391 or check them out on the website, noblesvilletrophies.com. Community Health is Central Indiana's leader in providing health care service where and when patients need them. With any questions, you can contact Community Health at 317-355-7775 or check them out on their website, ecommunity.com.
Perry, it could have been a heck of a lot worse for the Millers in that inning. The Royals sent 9 batters to the plate, ended up scoring 3 runs, but also left the bases loaded again, and that's the second time in this game, through an inning, through two at bats for the Royals that they have left the bases loaded.
Yeah,
so,
it'll be interesting to see how big a play that is coming down the stretch here, Brad.
Well, the Millers in the first inning left 2 on, so both of the teams have left runners on the bases. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Millers. Designated hitter Abby Harvey steps in for her first at bat.
Abby's a player that was just cleared to play about 3 games ago, so she doesn't nearly have as many bats as everybody else. She's
Still a good hitter, though.
Yeah, she's hitting the ball really well, but she doesn't have as many bats. She's batting .444.
1-0 on Harvey. Takes a second pitch for another ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Olivia Busher in her second inning of work for the Royals. That one is a little bit outside, 3-0. Undesignated hitter Abby Harvey. The 3-0 pitch from Busher.
4 straight balls.
Harvey walks on 4 straight pitches. That'll bring out the pitcher, Maddie Taylor.
Next up for the Millers, number 3, Maddie Taylor.
Harvey's another one of those sophomores for the Millers. Maddie Taylor's batting 172 as her hitting has really been off so far this season because she had a big season last year.
5 pitches in a row have missed the strike zone by Busher.
Yeah. You kind of wonder too, Brad, is, as a pitcher of sitting there for 9 batters, that was a pretty long inning,
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not that cold here today, and there's a strike. Evens up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. And she was sheltered from the wind, too, but still, she was on the bench a long time. That one misses. 2 balls and a strike. And Maddie Taylor trying to help her own cause out here. Third baseman Kylie Lowery in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss by Taylor. Evens the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, she was way out in front of that pitch there.
Sun behind the clouds now. I think we've seen the last of the sun for the day.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
The 2-2 pitch from Busher. Swing and a miss for strike 3. I don't know if she tipped that or not, but she swung right through it.
Yeah, and it went back in the catcher's glove there. So.
Right into Olivia Capuano's glove. Third baseman Kylie Lowery steps in for her first at-bat.
She's batting 174 on the season. Kylie Lowery, a senior.
Abby Harvey at first, courtesy of a walk. Lowery takes the first pitch for strike 1. Maybe Busher just had to get back in that motion again, Perry, after sitting there so long.
She was sitting there for a while.
She's thrown some good pitches there so far since.
Because she ended up throwing 5 straight balls, and then.
Then since that second pitch to Taylor, she's looked like a different pitcher.
Yeah, absolutely.
0-2 on Lowery. Swing and a miss. Another swinging strikeout.
Yeah, and the last 2 batters hadn't even touched her.
Third strikeout of the day for Olivia Busher. All have been swinging. Back to the top of the order for the Millers.
Oh, Abby Brown. This should be Abby Brown, isn't it?
No, she's the flex player,
That's right.
Abby.
That's right.
Ball 1 to Lauren DeRolf. She was called out for stepping on the plate as she was batting.
Close game on the other field there, the JV game. It's 1-1 in the 4th inning.
Moving along a little faster than we are, aren't they? That one's a little bit outside. 2-0 now on Lauren DeRolf. Wind not quite as strong as it was when we started this game, Perry.
It's kind of
it's died down a little bit, but it's still a little chilly.
3-0.
Yeah, DeWolf. She looked like she was going to slap at that, and never.
Just kind of pulled back. I mean,
and the bat never left her shoulder. She moved toward it, but did the same thing again and gets the walk. So the Millers have got 2 runners on, courtesy 2 walks. That brings up Chloe Tregesser.
Next up for the Millers, number 4.
She reached on an error in the first inning and scored the one and only run for the Millers.
Tregesser's a very dangerous player. She's hit, I think, 4 doubles so far this season. So.
She hits it all over the place.
Yeah.
0-1 on Tregesser. Rising fastball there, misses a little high. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on for the Millers here in the bottom of the second. Royals ahead by 3 at 4-1. There's a ground ball to second, over to first for the out, and the Millers are retired. So in the bottom of the second for the Millers, no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left on the bases through 2. It's Royals 4, Millers 1.
In the bottom of the second, the Millers give no runs.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake. Yeah.
It's a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got a counter right here. Isn't this where you place the orders?
We sell trophies, we sell plaques, we do embroidery. No food.
You got carry out?
Unlike the internet, everything that you need we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
You know, Jim, I'll be back tomorrow to pick it all up.
We'll wait for you.
Don't wait long.
Welcome back to Noblesville. I'm Brad Silbert along with Perry Williams. We're through 2 here. Royals with a 3-run lead, 4-1 against the Millers. Libby Ratliff steps in, hits it right back to Maddie Taylor. She gets it right back to first after juggling it a little bit. So 1 pitch and 1 out. That'll bring up the number 9 batter, Emma Chase. Chase had a base hit and scored in that second inning for the Royals. First pitch to Chase is just a little bit low for ball 1. Ratliff got a lot on that ball, but hit it right back to Taylor. She bobbled it just a little bit, but had plenty of time to make the play and get the ball over to my net to get the out. 1 ball, 1 strike now on Emma Chase. There's one going right down the line. If that stays fair, it is foul. Foul by about a foot or 2 in front of us here. Jayla Gilliam is warming up in the Royals bullpen right here in front of us. May see her a little later in this game. The 1-2 pitch goes outside, evens a count. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the first baseman, Emma Chase.
Ooh.
That one's way high, another full count. Royals with 4 runs on 5 hits, 1 Noblesville error. Swing and a miss. 2 up and 2 down.
You know, we were talking before the game, Brad. I was talking to Coach DeSalvo, and Gillian is a Marion signee, and he was talking about Marion University's team being 47 games in a row. And so they got their softball program's a great program. There's a lot of great programs down in Marion now.
That's a good little university. Of course, I'm a little bit biased, doing a little bit of work for them now and then. But they're good people over there.
You're kind of the voice of football over there, aren't you, man?
10 years going on now. 1 ball, 1 strike on the leadoff hitter, Abby Taylor. Reached on an error and a sacrifice in the second inning. Nobody on, 2 outs. That one's low. Makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, I know Coach Bullard liked nothing better than to go through this inning 3 up and 3 down. That one's across the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Maybe give a little confidence booster
to Maddie Taylor.
Maddie Taylor.
The 2-2 pitch, that one bounces in. And Abby Taylor reaches on a walk. Ava Aguilar steps in. 1 for 2 so far in the game. A ground out to second. And a single. With 2 runs batted in.
Next up for the Royals, number 15, Ava Aguilar.
Aguilar takes the first pitch right above the ankles for ball 1. There's a bouncer, goes foul. Evens the count up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch to Aguilar. She has to kind of hop out of the way to get out of the way of that one.
Well, I got her for 5 walks, Maddie Taylor, so far in this ball game.
Mm-hmm.
We're only in the 3rd inning.
Bouncer to second. Will they make it in time? Safe. That one just wasn't hit hard enough to make the play, Perry.
No.
So Aguilar gets an infield hit. On the play, Abby Taylor advances to second, and that'll bring up Jordan Rager.
You know, and Trigresser's kind of used to playing that shortstop spot a little bit.
Yeah.
When you switch around, you got to get adapted. You know, that ball's not going to come to you as quick. You got to charge the ball over at second base. And the runners on first and second here.
I've seen a lot of people who were very successful at shortstop who have not done quite as well at second base.
Yeah.
Most people would think second might be an easier base to play, but it is not. Foul all the way back over to the JV field once again. I don't think we've had anything come back foul from the JV field this way, but
no.
Boy, they sure are hitting them
you
over
know,
there
the one
tonight.
thing about it is Millers are putting up that netting, but it seems like everything's coming down here in this area as far as foul balls.
Yeah, nothing's going straight back. Another swing and a foul, still 0-2 on Jordan Rager. Jordan, the last of the Rager fan.
Oh,
The
really?
Rager clan. Third one to play for Dave Cook. 0-2 to Rager. Oh, a nice off-speed pitch.
I think she
a little bit outside.
Yeah, I think
she thought, uh-oh. I think she was halfway expecting to get rung up on that.
Yeah.
But 1-2 count.
Ooh, that was a fast
That
one.
one's inside. Evens the count up, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good discipline up there at the plate, though, by Rager.
Mm-hmm. The 2-2 pitch to Rager. Hit into right field. Right fielder Riley Moore comes and grabs it for the 3rd out. So in the 3rd for the Royals, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on the bases. We're in the middle of the 3rd. Royals 4, Millers 1.
Since the establishment of Church Hill and Anthem in 1880, our neighbors, our community leaders, businesses, and school districts have placed their trust in us to solve their most challenging legal issues. We have a rich history of helping out our clients when they need us the most. Give us a call at 317-773-2190. You know, Brad, the one thing about it, we did lose the sun, but we also have lost this wind. So
the wind is it's considerably less than what it was.
Yeah, because basically when we started this ball game, those flags were standing straight up.
They were straight out. Yeah, yep, they were. Well, the last 2 half innings, we've got goose eggs up on the board, Perry. We're moving along a little bit faster now than we were in the earlier innings, but we're moving into the bottom of the 3rd. Millers have got the 3, 4, and 5 batters coming up for Deke Bullard. Ella White will lead off, followed by Emily Manette and Julia Firiak. White steps in.
She struck out the first time.
First pitch from Busher. Strike one. There's a high fly ball to center field. Very well hit. That's a home run. Out of the reach of Abby Taylor. Just barely out of the park, and the Millers have cut this lead to 4-2.
And that's home run number 10 for Ella White on the season.
You were telling me before the game that there's really been no official records kept on those recent, in the old days.
Yeah. Which is not unusual in some of these schools today, but I'm sure I know that Andrew's working very hard at trying to find out all that.
So a leadoff homer by Ella White has cut the score to 4-2 in favor of the Royals. That'll bring up Emily Minot. Takes the first ball inside for ball one.
1-1.
1-1 pitch on the way to Minot. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. You can see Abby Taylor out there in left field. She was trying to get that ball lined up and jump, but was just barely out of her reach. 2-1 pitch is outside, 3-1. Let's make that 3-0. Busher maybe shaking off a little bit of jitters after that home run. Yeah. There's a strike right over the plate. Minot was taking that one all the way. She'd had a walk in the first inning, did not score.
Brad, there's Mr. Wilkerson over there. He just walked by. No, the other way. He's behind the dugout now.
Strike 2. Yep.
Full count now.
A lot of full counts so far in this game. Emily Minot looking to reach and put some more run-scoring opportunities on the bases for. There's a line drive caught. Nice catch there by Abby Taylor. Abby Taylor had that home run just go over her head and came back and made a beautiful play on that line drive.
That was a good swing, too, there.
Yeah. I thought that was going to drop in there. That'll bring up the catcher, Julia Furiak. She had a base hit in the first inning. Drove in the Millers' first run. So she's 1 for 1 with 1 RBI. First pitch from Busher. A little bit low and outside. 1-0.
As her dad is sitting down there on the left field line, Julia's dad, who watches the game from out there.
The 1-0 pitch is low, 2-0. We did have Jayla Gilliam warming up here in the bullpen
but she went
a little
back.
bit ago, but
that may be just to keep that arm loose.
That's true. Over to short, back to first. 2 down.
Because when they start having these little tweaks in the arms and stuff, it's kind of they're very, very cautious anymore.
Well, she was able to pitch a bit on Saturday, and depending how this game goes,
or the soreness she had after pitching those couple innings.
Yeah, or depending how this game goes, might depend on whether she might get an inning or two here and late in the game.
Riley Moore, the batter for the Millers.
Popped out to second base her first time up. There's another
high
pop.
pitch.
That one's lined up by Ava Aguilar, and we are through 3. In the bottom of the third for the Millers, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on the bases. At the end of 3, 4-2 in favor of the Royals.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for Logan Street signs and banners.
You found us.
But this ain't Logan Street. This is South 10th.
We moved 22 years ago.
Well, how come you didn't change the name?
That would have just confused people.
Well, actually, South 10th is Allisonville, if you're from Fishers.
Well, before that it was 37A, and before that it was State Road 37.
So you're telling me that Logan Street signs and banners isn't on Logan Street anymore? It's actually on South 10th. That's Allisonville and Fishers. And before that, it was 37A and 37?
So you got that straight?
Logan Street signs and banners conveniently not located on Logan Street, but rather South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Exactly.
Welcome back to Noblesville. I'm Brad Silbert along with Perry Williams. We are through 3. Royals with a two-run lead at 2-1. Moving into the top of the 4th, they'll send the 4, 5, and 6 batters up. First batter will be the designated player, Nicole Lang. Lang's been on base twice, has not scored, reached on a walk and had a base hit in the second inning. Lang is the cleanup hitter for Dave Cook. Takes the first pitch high and outside. (1-0). Nicole Lang. Taylor gets the sign. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That's high, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on designated player Nicole Lang. She drove in 2 of the Royals' runs there in the second inning with that single. The 2-0 pitch. That one misses also, 3-0. Perry, this is really tough, being right by this concession stand with all the food that they're making.
Food. And those girls over there eating all that good food.
Burgers and
hot dogs,
all
and
kinds
all
of
good
things.
Stuff.
Look at them.
Yeah, just smiling.
Oh
yeah.
Let's get back to the ball game. 3-0. Nicole Lang at the plate. That one hits the lower outside corner, ball 3.
I'm not sure the umpire could make up his mind there. I was kind of well, what are we doing here? I thought it was a strike, but we can't really tell.
It looked good from our angle. The 3-1 pitch fouled straight back.
Wow, 3-2 now after a 3.
Another full count in this game.
Can you call the balls and strikes right here on the pitch catcher's game? Yeah.
Full count pitch on the way from Maddie Taylor. That one's outside, and Nicole Lang is on first base for the 3rd time in this ball game tonight. 2 of them by a walk, 1 of them by hit. That'll bring up the center fielder, Lillian Liner. She's been on base both of her times at bat. First time with a hit, second time with a walk. We're in the top of the 4th. Royals ahead by 2, 4-2 over the Millers. We've got a courtesy runner here for, or rather a pinch runner for Nicole Lang. That's Maddie Smith.
Score 4-2 here. Hamilton Southeastern in the lead.
I think Coach Cook is wanting to put a little more speed on the bases here, Perry, because I think he's wondering whether, how many more runs that the Royals or the Millers have got in them. 0-2 on Liner. The 0-2 pitch. That one's high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Taylor's been pretty much, done a pretty decent job of getting out in front of the runners, but then she's also gone to a lot of full counts so far today. Absolutely. The 1-2, that one's hit on the mark. A line drive right to the glove of Emily Minette. All she has to do is step back to first base to double Nicole laying out. So there's two outs right there.
That's a big play right there. Nice job Minette did down here.
That brings up Kaylin Winsek. Winsek grounds that one to short, scooped up over to first. And the Royals go 3 up, 3 down. We are in the middle of the fourth with the Royals ahead of the Millers 4-2.
Smith's Jewelers has been serving Hamilton County, including Noblesville, Fishers, Westfield, and Carmel, for over 65 years. Many jewelry stores have come and gone, yet Smith's remains. If one were to ask how and why, the answer would be the outstanding jewelry selection and customer service. The knowledgeable staff at Smith's Jewelers is eager to give our customers a memorable and positive experience. You can contact them at 317-773-3383 or check them out on their website, smithsonthesquare.com.
Thank you for joining us tonight on Hamilton County Television, whether you're watching us via the website or social media. However, we are on Hamilton County Radio this evening also. So got any comments or concerns, or you want the announcers fired, tweet Jim, send him an email. Tell him to clean house or whatever. We are in the bottom of the fourth inning. Royals are ahead by 2, 4-2. The Millers have got the 7, 8, and 9 batters coming up to face Olivia Busher. Abby Harvey, the designated hitter, or designated player, I should say, will be the first batter. First pitch from Busher. Strike over the outside corner. Millers with 2 runs, 2 hits. Second pitch is driven into right field, right in front of Ava Aguilar, and she cannot make the play on it. It bounces right in front of her. So Abby Harvey reaches on a base hit. That's the 3rd Miller hit of the game. Royals have 4 runs on 6 hits. Each team has committed an error. Miller's off to a good start here in the bottom of the fourth, Perry, and Maddie Taylor steps in. That one's fouled straight back.
Let's see if she can help herself, Brad.
Aguilar was about 1 step too deep to make that play.
Yeah,
She
gave it a good effort,
but she was also very wise on that. The fact that when she saw she wasn't going to make the play, she stopped short so the ball wouldn't get beyond her. That one's hit to left field. Abby Taylor is right there, makes the play. So Maddie Taylor is retired on a fly out to the left fielder.
You know the one thing about it, Brad, that coming off that bat, it looked like it was going deeper. That it's kind of died.
Yeah, it did.
I thought coming off that bat, didn't you think it had a pretty good pop off?
Yeah,
of it?
it did, but it was more of a line drive than a fly ball, and I don't think she got everything into it that she needed. Kylie Lowery steps in, takes the first pitch for ball 1. She struck out in the second inning.
Yeah, then second inning, Busher had 2 strikeouts in a row here on these 2 batters.
Bunt attempt by Lowry goes foul. Evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Seriously, folks, we appreciate you joining us here. And if you got comments, send them to Jim or Perry
make sure they're just good comments.
You can reach us on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, many, many different ways. We appreciate your comments. We're trying to make things as good as we can, There's a pop-up right to the first baseman, Emma Chase, for the second out.
What'd you say, Jim, 8 different ways that you can watch tonight's play?
Well, you've heard of Heinz 57 varieties. This is Wofford 8 varieties.
That's right.
believe we're going to probably get a pinch hitter here. What it looks like.
Is that 12? Is that what it said?
Abby Brown.
Yeah, which she's in the lineup.
She was the.
She's the flex, is she?
She's the flex. So I would imagine. Well, we'll have to see if the Wolf goes back into
to the field.
To the field. Here's the first pitch to Brown. Swing, fouls it straight back. 1 on, 2 outs. Abby Harvey at first base with the third Miller hit of the afternoon. Oh and 1 on Abby Brown.
Brown's a senior. She's batting 147 coming into this ball game.
Counts now even. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 1 on. Bottom of the 4th. Miller's with a couple runs to make up here. Home plate umpire coming over to I don't know what's, I'm not sure what's going on here, Perry. There was a conference, and it's the count is 1 ball, 1 strike.
Which is what it should be.
Yeah,
right?
Abby Brown steps back in, and I have no idea what that conference was about.
And she went to the dugout.
Yeah, she did. Quick throw to first.
Oh.
Harvey is back in time.
Earrings.
Oh, she was, okay, jewelry. Surprised they can see that with the helmet.
Yeah.
She must have had
long
very long dangling earrings on. That one's outside. 3 and 1 on Abby Brown, who was the flex player originally. Batting in place now of Lauren DeRolf. We'll have to see if she goes into center field or not, Perry.
You can do that.
That one's outside. Second batter of the inning to reach for the Millers. That'll bring up a very dangerous hitter for the Millers, Chloe Tregesser.
Next up for the Millers, number 14, Chloe Trageser.
Trageser's reached on an air and grounded to second. Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Two on, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. 1-0 on Tregesser. That's going to make it 2-0. Busher is pitching very, very cautiously.
Yes,
to
she is.
Tregesser, isn't she?
Yeah.
There's a ground ball foul. Makes it 2 balls and a strike.
Runners on the bases, going back to first, going back to second. Just a long strike.
Abby Harvey on first. Abby Brown on second. Chloe Tregesser at the plate. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch. Swung and fouled back.
2-2 and 2 outs. With 2 runners on.
Millers would like to get these runs in and get this thing tied up, Perry.
This is a young lady that can do it with one swing
she
of the
certainly
bat,
has
too.
the ability. There's a foul ball coming right back toward us, but that's going to be out of play. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good battle here between Tregesser and Busher. The 2-2 pitch on the way. driven into the gap. That's going to score at least one run.
Oh, yeah, she's
She's
on the fly.
That's going to score two. We are all tied. Chloe Tregesser gets a double and 2 RBIs. Scoring Abby Harvey and Abby Brown. Miller's still not done here in this inning. Ella White steps in. She had a home run her last time up.
You have to cringe, I would think, to have Ella White come to the plate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was a home run. It was just barely over the fence, but it doesn't make any difference if it's...
It still counts.
Yeah. I mean, it can be 1 foot over the fence or 20 feet over the fence. It's still a run.
Yeah,
They are going to walk Ella White, give her an intentional walk. That brings up Emily Minette.
Not a bad play, though.
No,
Brian.
probably not.
You know,
Probably not.
You got a batter. I mean, you got a runner on second base. You got first base open. You got 2 outs. Why pitch to it?
Yeah. The Royals are going to make a change here. Let's hear from one of our sponsors, Perry.
How about Green Scene Lawn and Pest Control? Green Scene Lawn and Pest Control, based in Noblesville for 20 years, customized programs to specific needs utilizing the highest advancement in turf landscape and pest control science. Call Green Scene today for all the treatment needs and this year's experience the difference of a top-rated company. 317-343-4222.
What do you got on Jayla Gilliam there, Perry? You know, she is she came back from an arm injury and pitched a little bit on Saturday down in Bloomington, but she's sat out about 4 or 5 games with some stiffness in her pitching arm.
And I was really surprised in the warm-ups and stuff that, you know, she was down there earlier, but then she went back to the dugout. And, and now she's just now coming back out here, so. Find out here, Brown, as we go through the warming up here.
So it looks like Gilliam is about ready to go.
Yeah, and she's pitched 36.2 innings, given up 35 hits, 22 runs, 8 walks, and 23 strikeouts.
Miller's with 2 hits in this inning, 2 walks, 2 runs. Tied it up at 4-4, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch from Gilliam. Just a little bit low. Emily Minette is grounded to short and walked so far in this game. Second pitch to Minette. That's a strike. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
As you remember going through that tournament last year with the Millers and broadcasting the sectional and regional, Emily Minette played a big part of that big bat with home runs and doubles. And so she's truly capable, and she's in her senior year here.
2 balls and a strike at Emily Minette. Julia Feriak on deck if Minette can keep things going here for the Millers. We're all tied up at 4-4 here in the bottom of the 4th. High fly ball. If that stays fair, that could be trouble. That is out of the park, but it's foul. Just barely, maybe 10 feet to the left of that left field foul pole. Otherwise, we'd have a 7-4 game, Perry.
Yeah, she got enough of it.
Yeah. She's had good contact on the ball so far today.
Yeah.
Ella White on first. Chloe Tregesser on second. Emily Minette at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A critical point in this game for both of these teams, Barry. Millers would like to put a couple more runs on the board here. Royals would like to shut them down right now.
Oh, nice pitch.
What
right
a
there.
nice off-speed pitch.
That was a good pitch right there.
So in the bottom of the fourth for the Millers, there were 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on the bases. We are through 4 innings, and we're tied at 4-4.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for Logan Street signs and banners.
You found us.
But this ain't Logan Street. This is South 10th.
We moved 22 years ago.
Well, how come you didn't change the name?
That would have just confused people.
Well, actually, South 10th is Allisonville, if you're from Fishers.
Well, before that it was 37A, and before that it was State Road 37.
So you're telling me that Logan Street signs and banners isn't on Logan Street anymore. It's actually on South 10th. That's Allisonville and Fishers. And before that, it was 37A and 37?
So you got that straight?
Logan Street signs and banners conveniently not located on Logan Street, but rather South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Exactly.
Welcome back to Noblesville. I'm Brad Silbert along with Perry Williams. Perry, we are all knotted up here at the end of 4, and we talked, prior to this game, and this is just almost exactly what we expected.
Yeah, we did not think this was going to be a runaway for either team, and certainly, I thought maybe Jim was going over there to get us a hot dog, but he didn't seem to grab that, did he?
No, he didn't. What can you say? 7, 8, 9 batters coming up for the Royals here in the top of the 5th. Olivia Capuano struck out and flew out so far in this game, 0 for 2. 1-0 on Capuano. There's a ground ball toward the shortstop. White scoops it up, gets it over to Minette for the out. 1 down here in the top of the 5th. That'll bring up the third baseman, Libby Ratliff. Ratliff walked and scored in the second inning. Grounded back to the pitcher, Taylor, in the third inning. I stand corrected. We have a pinch hitter for the Royals here, Perry.
Number 17.
And that would be Kennedy Morgan.
Now batting for Hamilton Southeastern, number 17, Kennedy Morgan.
First pitch to Morgan. A little bit low for ball 1. Morgan is a junior outfielder.
Yeah, she's hitting .556 for the season with 9 at-bats and 5 hits. So
Swing and a miss, evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. There's a little nubber into center field, but Lauren DeRolf was right there. They had her played perfectly, didn't they, Perry?
well, that kind of answered our question, is DeRolf going back into the game? Right?
Yes, DeRolf is back there in center field. So that'll bring up Emma Chase.
2 outs here.
Base hit and a strikeout so far tonight. Chase fouls that one back. Another one going right back toward the JV field. The JV Royals are ahead of the JV Millers 5-1 in the 6th inning.
Well, that game kind of slowed down a little bit because they were in the 4th 1-1.
Yep, it did. Count is now even, 1 ball, 1 strike on the first baseman, Emma Chase. Two and 1 now. The 2-1 pitch to Chase. Fouled straight back. Nice fastball there from Taylor. Chase was just barely under that one. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss by Chase. 2 innings in a row, actually 2 innings in a row now. Maddie Taylor has put the Royals down 3 up, 3 down. So we are in the middle of the 5th. Score all tied up 4-4.
Logan Street Signs and Banners. Celebrating over 27 years, Logan Street Signs and Banners specializing at last-minute signage and banners. Serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200 or check them out on their website, LoganStreetSigns.com. You know, Brad, the one thing about it is, Maddie's blanked them for the last 3 innings here now, the Royals. And so, we talked about earlier, leaving the bases loaded twice.
Yeah. The Royals had some opportunities early that they weren't able to really take advantage of, and did leave the bases loaded twice. But the Millers have also left 6 runners on the bags, and so both of these teams have left some runners in place. So, you were talking about Logan Street Signs and Banners. I'd love to sit down and just do an interview with Jim someday and just talk about what makes the man tick. How has he been so successful in 27 years?
Will and I can tell you it's Korean drama makes him tick.
Korean drama, huh? I'm not going to touch that. We're moving into the bottom of the 5th for the Millers. The 5, 6, and 7 batters in Deke Bullard's batting order are coming up. Jayla Gilliam with the first pitch. There's a pop-up. Kaylin Winsick gets under that and makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out.
And Julie Furiak goes down.
That'll bring up Riley Moore.
Next up for the Millers, number 10, Riley Moore.
Moore has flown out twice, once to second base, once to right field for a left-handed batter. For a right-handed batter. That's kind of odd. Facing a different pitcher now, though, for the first time. So we'll have to see what she does here. She bunts. That one's foul. Ratliff grabbed that clearly in foul territory. Ratliff did re-enter the game after Kennedy Morgan batted for her in the top of the inning. 0-1 on Riley Moore. The 0-1 from Gilliam. There's a fly ball. Aguilar is under it. She's got it. Second out. Both outs have gone to the right side of the field, Perry.
Yep, absolutely.
Designated player Abby Harvey steps in for her third at bat. Been on base twice, once by the walk, once with a hit. Scored 1 of the Miller runs. Jayla Gilliam in her second inning of work for the Royals.
And actually looked pretty good so far.
Yeah.
I mean,
She's probably not throwing as hard as what what she normally does, but her control has been pretty good.
Well, coming back with tenderness and just getting released. This nice catch over there.
Good
by Rager.
Yeah, Jordan Rager with the out. So we are through 5 innings in the bottom of the 5th for the Millers. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We're tied at 4. We'll be back after this.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for Logan Street Signs and Banners.
You found us.
But this ain't Logan Street. This is South 10th.
We moved 22 years ago.
Well, how come you didn't change the name?
That would have just confused people.
Well, actually, South 10th is Allisonville. If you're from Fishers.
Well, before that it was 37A, and before that it was State Road 37.
So you're telling me that Logan Street Signs and Banners isn't on Logan Street anymore? It's actually on South 10th. That's Allisonville and Fishers. And before that, it was 37A and 37?
So you got that straight?
Logan Street Signs and Banners conveniently not located on Logan Street, but rather South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Exactly.
Welcome back to Noblesville. Millers and Royals all tied up at 4-4. Royals sending the top of their order up here in the top of the sixth. Abby Taylor, Ava Aguilar, and Jordan Rager to face Maddie Taylor. First pitch to Taylor, Abby Taylor. Strike one.
Maddie Taylor to Abby Taylor, is that what we got here?
Yeah, we got we got two Taylors. We had A. Taylor and M. Taylor. 1-1. Ground ball, hot shot, right into the glove of Kylie Lowery. She had that perfectly played for the first out. That'll bring up Ava Aguilar.
Next up for the Royals, number 15, Ava Aguilar.
Aguilar is 2 for 3 in the game, scored one of the Royals' 4 runs. Strike one on Aguilar. Aguilar holds back on that one, evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike.
I think she thought about it, though, Brad.
Yeah, she saw it coming in low and held up in time.
It was a good off-speed pitch.
Yes, it was. Taylor tried to get the fastball by her.
But it was about the same spot.
Mm-hmm. That one's low. 3-1 now on Ava Aguilar. One down. Nobody on here in the top of the sixth. Ball 4. Royals have got a runner on base.
That's Maddie Taylor's 7th walk of the game.
That'll bring up Jordan Rager. Rager's flown out, walked, and had a base hit. Also collected 1 RBI in the first inning.
Just a reminder, we'll
Strike
be
over
at
the outside corner. Go ahead, Perry.
Just a reminder to tomorrow night, Will and Lucas will be at the lacrosse game between Southeastern and Noblesville. 5 ball.
That's well hit, but the right fielder, Riley Moore, is right there.
She had a big
Makes
shift
the play.
on.
Yeah.
And then on Friday night, you will have the ball game at the Dunk, Noblesville and Southeastern.
Got a special guest announcer.
Yeah, that's right. Secret.
Coming in, yeah.
Flying him in, right?
Well, we're going to make him wear a paper bag over his head. Call him the unknown announcer. And it's not Jim Wofford. Designated player Nicole Lang steps back in. One for one officially with 2 walks. Takes the first pitch for ball 1.
2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning.
Lang takes that one high for ball 2. 2-0. 2 outs. 1 runner on. Millers and the Royals all tied up at 4 apiece here in the 6th. That one's a little high and inside.
3-0.
3-0 on Nicole Lang.
All of a sudden, she's having a little difficulty with control again. That's why she stepped off the back rubber there.
Lillian Liner on deck if the Royals can keep this going. That one's right over the outside corner of the plate. Makes it 3-1. Three and one on Nicole Lang. The pitch from Taylor. Did she hold up in time? She did. Yeah. Ball 4. So Lang is back on base again.
With runners on first and second here.
2 runners on via the walk. That'll bring up Lillian Liner. 1 for 2 officially on the game tonight. Did pick up a walk in the second inning. That one bounces in. Nice stop there by Furiak behind the plate. The 1-0 pitch. That one misses outside, 2-0. Taylor struggling to find the plate here for a little bit here now, Perry.
Yeah, all of a sudden, we'll see if she can.
That's a strike over the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike on center fielder Lillian Liner. Number 5 batter in the Royals batting order. Liner takes that one, makes it 3-1. Taylor in danger of walking the bases loaded here, Perry. The 3-1 pitch coming from Taylor. That one's fouled back, another full count. I'm not keeping track of the number of full counts, Perry, but there have been a lot of them tonight. The full count pitch from Taylor. That one's low, and Maddie Taylor has walked the bases loaded.
After getting 2 outs, quick outs, we got this bases back loaded again.
That brings up Kaylin Winsek. She struck out, bounced to shortstop, and reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning. Winsek takes the first pitch over the plate at the knees on the outside corner. 0-1. Will that be caught? Good play there by the first baseman, Emily Minot, to retire the Royals in the 6th. So for the Royals at the top of the 6th, no runs, no hits, no errors. 3 left on the bases. We're in the middle of the 6th, all tied up at 4-4.
Thank one of our sponsors. Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provides you with that same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them at 317-773-7391 or check them out on their website, noblesvilletrophies.com.
Well, Perry, we are through 5.5 innings here at Noblesville, all tied up 4-4. Millers are going to send the 8, 9, and 1 batters up here in the bottom of the 6th.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th, number 3, Maddie Taylor.
Maddie Taylor, the pitcher, steps in, struck out and flew out so far today, 0 for 2. She'll be followed by Kylie Lowery and then Lauren D. Rolfe. Jayla Gilliam in her second full inning of pitching here for the Royals. Starts Taylor off with ball 1. There's a ground ball right over first, second base. And Maddie Taylor is on with a leadoff base hit. I would assume we will see a courtesy runner for her.
Yeah, I think that's what Big Buller's going to the dugout to do right now.
Let's see, who is that coming out here to?
Number 8.
Number 8, that's Shea Starrett.
Lowery at the bat for the Millers.
And now batting for the Millers, number 9, Kylie Lowery.
Lowery is struck out and flown out. Popped up to the first baseman, Emma Chase, in the 4th inning. 1 on, nobody out. Miller's looking to take the lead here in the bottom of the 6th.
Nice bunt there.
Nice bunt. The sacrifice is successful.
It worked.
And Maddie Taylor, or rather Shea Starrett, is on second base with 1 out. Back to the top of the order for the Millers. Are we making a change again?
Yeah. Brown's going to bat.
Abby Brown is going to bat. This will be her second at-bat. We'll have to defensively see where she goes in, Perry.
I don't think she will. I think Rolf will come back in. She may, I don't know how many times, I'm not real sure.
Well, the flex player was Abby Brown in left field. Was Abby in left field, so we'll have to see who goes where. Swing and a big miss there by Brown. 0-1. Her first at-bat of this game was in the 4th inning, and she walked and eventually scored a run. 1 of 2 that the Millers scored in the 4th inning to tie this game up. Jayla Gilliam being very careful with the pitches. That one looks a little bit low. I'm not sure what that was all about, but the umpire said something to Gilliam. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch from Gilliam. Swing and a miss on a nice curveball there. Nice off-speed pitch. Brown is in the hole. 1-2. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Miller's got a run in scoring position. Shea Starrett, the courtesy runner for Maddie Taylor at second. Liner getting ready for the 1-2 pitch. Or rather, Gilliam, excuse me. Strike 3 called right over the outside corner of the plate.
Nice pitch right there.
2 outs, that'll bring up Chloe Tregesser. She had a double her last time up, bringing in both of the runs in the 4th inning that tied this game up for the Millers.
Dick Biller would like to see that probably right now, too.
Yeah. Yeah. A base hit almost anywhere to the outfield probably should score the run from second with 2 outs.
Be able to score. Nice pitch there.
Strike 1 on Tregesser.
She's definitely right around the knees there.
Mm-hmm. 0-1 on Chloe Tergesser. The line from Gilliam. The pitch.
1-2.
Another strike over the lower outside corner. But if you're a batter like Chloe Tergesser, I don't think you worry about being up there 0-2.
That's why they
Carrie.
give
She
you
is such a good batter.
That's why they give you 3, right?
Mm-hmm. The 0-2 pitch. Well hit to left field.
She's got it.
Wow, what a
catch.
nice play by Abby Taylor
out
right
there.
at the fence. So in the bottom of the 6th for the Millers, there is no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on the bases. We're tied at 4 at the end of 6.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake. Yeah.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got a counter right here. Isn't this where you place the orders?
We sell trophies, we sell plaques, we do embroidery. No food.
You got carry out?
Unlike the internet, everything that you need we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take 1 of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
You know, Jim, I'll be back tomorrow to pick it all up.
We'll wait for you.
Don't wait long.
Welcome back to Noblesville. Brad Silbert along with Perry Williams here. We're all knotted up at 4 apiece. Going into the top of the 7th for the Royals, it'll be the 7, 8, 9 batters. Olivia Capuano, Libby Ratliff, and Emma Chase due up.
Well, Duroff is out, and Riley Moore's in center now, and Harvey's in right. And I'm pretty sure that's Abby Brown in left. I can't see the number, but the physical size of her makes me think that's who it is. 2-0.
Who'd you say that was here in right?
Abby Harvey. Number 13. And Riley.
All right. 2-0 on Capuano.
Wow.
3-0. Capuano was 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a flyout, and a groundout so far tonight. The 3-0 pitch from Taylor. Ball 4.
That could be a big. I would think David may want to
I would
pitch runner.
I think
Just
he's
saying.
gonna. Yeah, he's putting a courtesy runner in for Capuano. Just haven't figured out who it is yet.
$14.
Abby Seiferlein.
First base for the Royals, number 14, Abby Seiferlein.
She's a junior.
That one comes in low. Ball 1.
Everybody was on the move, though, weren't they?
I believe that's Libby Ratliff up there batting, Perry. That is a foul ball on Ratliff. She's in the hole. Rather, it's 1-1 now. Well, they're done over on the JV diamond.
I believe the Royals came out victorious, or at least the last we looked, and the game got done
7-1.
7-1.
There's a bunt. Good coverage there by Tregesser to get Ratliff at first.
That's right. But moved the runner down to.
And on the play, Abby Seiferlein ends up on second. That'll bring up Emma Chase. She's had a base hit and 2 strikeouts. That one's low for ball 1 on Chase. She had a single in the second inning, scored the Royals' 4th run. 3rd run in that big second inning for the Royals. Check swing, checked in time, 2-0. No appeal on that. 2-0
I'm pretty sure she
on
checked.
Chase. That one's right at the knees over the outside corner. Makes it 2 balls and a strike. Emma Chase, a junior. That one's low. 3-1. Royals have got the top of the order on deck, Perry.
And probably the most dangerous hitter
Yep.
that the Royals have.
Abby Taylor steps in for her 4th at bat of the day. Reached on an error, had a sacrifice, walked and lined out to the third baseman Lowery. Lowery made a nice play on that ball in the 6th inning. Taylor takes the first pitch for ball 1. Taylor against Taylor. Maddie Taylor pitching. Abby Taylor at the plate. There's a quick ground ball picked up by Tregesser. Gets it over to second, but on the play, both runners do advance.
She's got runners on second and third here.
That's 2 outs. Ava Aguilar steps in. Aguilar is 2 for 3. She also had a walk in the 6th inning. Well hit ball to left field.
She fell. Oh, she got
my. Abby Brown slipped and fell, but managed to get back up on her feet to make that play. So in the top of the 7th for the Royals, no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left on the bases. Middle of the 7th, we're tied at 4 apiece.
Green Scene Lawn and Pest Control. Based in Noblesville, Indiana, 20 years customized programs to specific needs, utilizing the highest advancement in turf and landscape and pest control science. Call Green Scene today for all the treatment needs. This year's experience the difference in the top-rated company. 317-343-4222.
Perry, we are moving to the bottom of the 7th. The Millers need 1 to win. Royals need a stop here to send this thing to extra innings. For the Millers, it'll be shortstop Ella White, first baseman Emily Manette, and catcher Julia Furiak stepping in. Definitely the people that the Millers want at the plate there.
Yep. I would not think that Gillum would give her anything to hit. Just saying. What do you think?
I would not think so either, Perry. But there again, a walk is as good as a hit.
That's true.
You got a disciplined hitter up there in White. Jayla Gilliam steps back, picks up a little bit of dirt. We are ready to go here in the bottom of the 7th. There's a foul ball coming back here toward us. By the way, we are located on the first base side of the field right next to the Royals bullpen, just kind of behind the edge of the infield grass. Oh and 1 on Ella White. Royals hoping to extend this into an 8th inning. Millers would like to go home. White had the home run in the 3rd inning. Well hit ball to center field. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ella White. Pitch from Gilliam. My, oh my, I don't know where that was, but nice off-speed pitch, but missed the strike zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fisher's Tigers are on top of the conference right now at 4-0. Royals are in 4th place. Miller's in 6th place right now. That one's a little bit low. 3-1. Would you say she's kind of nibbling at the corners?
Yeah. She's trying to keep.
She was sitting in the dugout and watched that home run go fly out of here, so it's probably something in the back of her mind.
Oh,
Pop up.
That's going to be out.
That's going to be out of play to the left side.
Full count.
Over in those trees right behind the third base side there with the nice little white buds on them. Aren't they pretty?
Yeah. It helps your sinuses and everything.
Yeah.
Makes your allergies
Really?
Good old allergy stirs right there.
Full count on the leadoff batter, Ella White, here in the top or the bottom of the 7th for the Millers. White steps back in. Gilliam steps to the rubber. We're ready for the 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Well hit ball. That could be the game. That is the game.
Wow.
Second home run of the night for Ella White.
And the second night in a row with 2 home runs.
And the Noblesville Millers in the bottom of the 7th inning put one across to win this game 5-4. Perry, your summation of the game.
I mean, it was a good game. It's what we expected all the way. And that pitch, I mean, Ella White is a ball player. I mean, you can't say anything more about that.
Well, these two teams a year ago, it was a 9-8 game at the Royals won down at Hamilton Southeastern, but this year it goes just the opposite, and the Millers prevail 5-4. Perry, thank you for being here today, and we'd like to thank everybody for watching today's broadcast of IHSAA softball on Hamilton County Television, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 27 years in business. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, Community Health, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Smith's Jewelers, Green Scene, Lawn and Pest Care, Hamilton County Radio, and the Hamilton County Reporter. On behalf of Perry Williams and our technical crew of Jim Wofford, Will Wofford, and Lucas Lacane, I'm Brad Silbert. Good night from Noblesville.
It's a wrap.